What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. As you can tell by the title of today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys a start to finish tutorial on how to slay a 13x4 HD lace wig. I got this wig from Hermosa here, and it just came in today, so I'm going to customize it and everything, obviously, because it's new. So yeah, obviously my hair isn't done because I'm about to do it, but like I said, the wig just came in today, so I'm going to be customizing it. And what I mean by customizing it is bleaching the knots, plucking the wig, washing it, and then obviously the install, the braid up, and everything like that. So here's the wig. Let me show you. I got it from, like I said, Hermosa here, and it came in today. I think I ordered it like a Sunday, like last Sunday, and today's a Monday, so it came in like a week, you know, not the next day, like a week. I did mistakenly get a straight wig instead of a body wave wig, and I really am disappointed in myself. It was the same price to get a body wave one, and I just didn't even realize it. I was so focused on getting a frontal where I would have like side parting space that I didn't even realize like that I did that. But I need this wig for like the end of the week, so I'm not, it is what it is. I do like body wave better, I think. I have not had a straight wig. I just had straight bundles before, but body wave is supposed to like hold the curl better and stuff like that. I don't know if that's true or not. I've had straight bundles that have done the same job that my body wave wig has as far as like holding curls and stuff like that, so we'll see what happens. I'm not taking it back. It is what it is. So it's just straight. I'm not sure what the frontal length is, but as you can see, it's a little bit shorter. This is kind of long on me. I held it up on my mannequin head downstairs, and it looked long. So it's supposed to be HD lace. Don't really think this is HD lace. I think it's just light brown, but I'm light skinned, so you know, once you blend it in, you ain't gonna be able to see it. It's okay. And I didn't pay, like I wasn't going out looking for the most expensive wig, you know. So I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but I don't really think they bleached the knot, so that's why I'm gonna go ahead and do it. They did leave out like some edges in the front, but I'm gonna pluck everything, you know. But I ran my fingers through. I got like one strand on my hand, if you can see that. It's really soft to me, and it's not really too much like tangling. Like you see me just run my hands through without a problem. I haven't had a lot of shedding. That was literally probably the only strand that came off. And the lace is fine. Like I said, I was looking for a wig that's a true frontal, where it's like, you know, like the 4-inch parting space all the way around, and I thought that's what I was getting myself into. Unfortunately, that is not. But I did put it on my mannequin head, and I think that I can make something shake with this. So, you know, because I do enjoy like a side part a lot. I really enjoy a side part, so that's why I wanted, you know, more parting space. Oh, came with something else actually, but these are the lashes. Came with 2 wig caps. Okay, so yeah, that's the wig. And then like I said, I do bleach the knots and I pluck the frontal or whatever, so you'll need a pair of tweezers. My tweezers are downstairs. Any pair of tweezers. I like the ones that's flat, but I mean, these will work too. And then you can't tell, but this is bleach. I usually get the BW2, the powder pack by Clairol. I don't necessarily do too much bleaching, so I just get the packets. They're like $5. I'll recommend that if you're a beginner. I don't think you need a big $20 tub, but that's up to you. I also use the Salon Care 20 volume developer. Just because I was a beginner when I first bought this. I'm still on the first tube I did. This is my 3rd wig, so I would recommend, if you're a beginner, somewhat like me, to start with 20 volume developer, see where that gets you. You'll see what happens during this process. But without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, you guys, so we're gonna go ahead and get started with customizing this wig. So by customizing it, I mean plucking it. We'll bleach the knots right after this. So I'm just securing the wig on my mannequin head with T-pins. If you have a mannequin head, it should come with T-pins. And then I'm just using my water spray bottle to go ahead and like push all the hair out the way so that nothing is getting plucked that doesn't need to be plucked. And then this method of like plucking the wig I learned from Slay by Jordan. So basically you want to just part out like a decent amount of hair, something that you can get like 3 different little sections out of. I'm going to again brush all the hair back that doesn't need to be in the way, and then I'm gonna just go ahead and start plucking. It's really no way for me to tell you like how much to pluck or whatever. You know, it's better to pluck less than more, you know, so that you can, because you can always go back and pluck some more. You can never just get the hair back, you know what I mean? So this first part, just go ahead and pluck away, you know. I do this on all 3 parts of the wig. It's easier to go, you know, in 3 different sections, like the middle, left, and right, rather than like trying to do the whole thing at the same time. So as you can see, I comb all the hair out that I plucked, and then I go ahead and part it again, and I'm gonna go ahead and pluck, you know, and then I'm gonna part it one more time, and then I'm gonna pluck, and then I'm gonna push everything back, as you'll see in a second. Section is more like where you can see like where they had the edges on the wig. It's the same thing. You're gonna comb the hair out, and then you're gonna push even that part back, and then go ahead and pluck until it looks like natural. And then you want to repeat this process for all sections of the wig. So I started with the middle. You can start with left or right, it's up to you, but it's 3 different sections: the middle, left, and right, and you do it for all 3 sections of the wig. So we're gonna go ahead and start bleaching the wig. You basically just want to pour the powder bleach into some type of container. I use glass, but you can use plastic, it doesn't really matter. And then I use 20 volume developer, like I said before, so I'm just gonna pour my developer in there. I use cream instead of liquid. Like, cream is the red bottle, blue is the liquid, I believe, just because I like it better to mix with. And you're just gonna mix. It's not really a specific ratio, I can tell you. I just do it until when I mix it, it's like a, I want to say like a pasty like consistency, almost like toothpaste or something, where it's not too runny, where it'll run, you know, all out of the holes of the wig, but it'll stay that way. It'll just bleach the knots and like not the whole, you know, wig strands. I did have some trouble with this bleach. I had this bleach for probably a year, a little over a year or whatever. So basically the knots didn't turn. They just looked chocolate brown at the lightest. Like, I don't know, I'm assuming it's because I was just storing it in a Ziploc bag for like that whole time, you know. So I ended up having to use a different type of powder, you know, like the lightener. I believe it was in a blue pack. I think it was by Salon Care still. So it really doesn't matter what you use. You'll end up seeing like the results of the bleach at the end of this. So, you know, anything really works. I want to say I left it on there the first time. This that you're looking at, I left on for 2 hours and it was not lifting at all. So I was like, you know, what the heck is going on? So I washed all that off, and then I put my new bleach on, and I want to say maybe 30 to 45 minutes. I really just check every, like, I let it sit for 20 minutes. I check it, and then I check like every 5 to 10 minutes after that. So you really just want to check it, because you really never know how your hair is going to react to the bleach. So I just put aluminum foil down, and then I place the bleach on there so I can make sure that, you know, every strand is getting bleached. And then, like I said, I just come back to check it. And this is what it looks like after I done washed out the bleach and stuff. As you can see, like, you can't see any knots, and that's exactly what you're looking for. If you want to tone with shimmer light so it's not like that brassy orange color at the roots, then you can do that as well. I typically don't do it because it matches my skin tone already, but personal preference. Alright, you guys, so now that I have gave myself some gel braids, I am going to go ahead and continue with this install. So like I said, the wig came with a couple wig caps. I'm gonna just use the ones that it came with. Here's the wig after. The knots, you cannot see them. To me, you can't see them. And then this is what the inside looks like. If you want to go ahead and tone it, you can do that with like shimmer lights or something like that. I don't typically do it because they be about the brassiness that they call it. It's about the complexion of my skin tone, so I don't feel the need to do that. But if you want to do that, you can. Just putting the wig straight on my head without the cap. I'm liking the hairline, so I'm excited to put this on. So I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all how I do my block cap method. I always put a block cap on. I like to protect my edges. So without further ado, let's get into that. So to start my block cap method, I use Got to Be gel in a black tube, as you can see, and I use that to like slick my edges back. I do it. I get very hairy. Like my sideburns are very long, so I've always had trouble with frontals and like trying not to pull out my hair from the frontals. So that's very important for me to stick my edges back and stuff. Like my edges are long, you don't want them, you know, getting pulled out from the glue. So that's why I always do a block cap. Some people don't. I do it to protect my edges, but again, personal preference. So like I said, I just slick them back, and then I'm going to put on the block cap, which you'll see in a second. So the block cap came with the wig. You can get them from the hair store as well. But like I said, I just put it on, and then I use Got to Be to like stick the block cap to my skin. And then I blow dry it so it doesn't move. Got to Be is the best holding spray that I have. I'm willing to try other ones, but that's the one that I use because it doesn't move like my block cap at all. So I use Ruby Kisses foundation for my block caps and my wigs, just because it's a cream foundation. I like that, you know. And then I basically, since it's frontal, you want it around the whole hairline. And then I also do wherever my part will be. You won't see me do anything but like the middle piece of it, but I do get like the whole wig in case I end up switching a part with the same cap on. So you want to make sure you get the whole thing. So you can go ahead and cut the cap off. I make sure to, you know, cut around my ear tabs. It's best if you don't cut where your edges are visible. As you can see, like my edges are visible on one side, but you know, did the best I could. When you cut the ear tabs, you can see like they're kind of lifting or whatever. I just went back and like with some gel or with the Got to Be spray and make sure they was stuck down so I don't have any troubles. And then make sure that you clean like your skin right before the cap with alcohol or whatever to make sure that your glue adheres like it's supposed to. So as far as glue goes, I use Ghost Bond, the one that's like extra moisture or whatever, like protects you from moisture. I use that one. And just like I did with Plucking, I do it in about 3 sections, so the middle, left, and right. And I think I did about 4 layers of this glue, and I spread it out with a spatula. I got the spatulas from Ulta. And then at the very end, when I'm done with all the layers, you'll see me blow dry it, and then I'll put the wig on. So I'm going to put on my elastic band. My elastic band came with my wig head. And I just tie that, to the back of my head to make sure that, my wig is stuck on. And then while I'm waiting for that to, melt, basically, I just straighten my hair. So I'm just doing it straight. So I'll just straighten it. But if I'm doing curls, not curly, basically I just style my hair while I'm waiting. So as you can see, the wig is definitely melted. Any hit loose hairs like that looks kind of like stuck or whatever, you just want to go ahead and comb them back with a comb to make sure that they don't stay stuck, because that's not cute. But yeah, it looks pretty good to me. So now I'm going to cut the lace. I also do this in sections with it being a frontal. It's just a little bit easier. And you really just want to go wherever the glue is, just so that it's as natural as possible. I don't like to cut in a straight line. I just think it doesn't look as natural, especially if you do a middle part. So you just want to cut, where the hairline is. Alright, so I'm just going to fix up that hairline with a little bit of Ruby Kisses, that makeup. And then, like I said, I was just going to curve the part along where, the frontal is. Maybe I need a 13x6 for more parting space, because obviously I still couldn't get too deep. But I'm just going to spray it with Gots to Be to keep all the hairs in place. And then I'm going to do my hot comb. My hot comb is very old, so excuse me. It's one of those that you got to put on the stove to heat up. It's not electric at all. So yeah, you just comb it where you want it to be. I usually comb it back from my hairline and then swoop the hair over. You'll see me do that. So as far as edges go, I just kind of, I guess where my real edges go, I just try to follow that or whatever. And then I cut them longer than I'll need them. And I do it with scissors. I don't do a razor or anything, but I just kind of go up and down so it gives that uneven effect, because that's how edges really are. And I do longer than shorter, because you can always go back and cut. You can't go back and make them longer. So obviously that's very long, so obviously I ended up cutting them. But it's very hard to do edges on camera. I do the curl method just like everybody else, where you just curl the edges with the flat iron. And then you'll see what they look like in the end, because it's too hard. It's really hard to do them on camera. And I use my Gots to Be gel for my edges. I put it right where the beginning of the lace starts, and then I blow dry it so that it doesn't creep up. I don't know how to explain it, but so that whole edge is straight and down and laid, And then as you can see, that's what I did. I left my sideburns kind of long because I like the curl. And then that was a pushback thing that I was talking about, where I push the hair back and then I comb it over. So Alright, you guys, so that is the end of the video. I did decide to just do edges on this side. I was gonna put some on that side, but like, who's gonna see it? And it's like 12:30 at night. I got school in the morning, so I think we're gonna go on ahead and wrap this up. But if you like this install and videos like this, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Make sure to comment down below, share, subscribe if you haven't already. And I'm out.